Hi, good morning. My name is Joan Rapi from DMCI. Today, we are here at the Valeron Showroom with the Team Luna. So first of all, papakilala lang po namin sa inyo ang aming sales manager which is si Sir Carlo Lingat. And here is Francison, Ayako Medina, Christian Mendoza, and Hazelou Cepillo. And of course, Sir Chris. So today guys, meron kaming topic na i-open sa inyo regarding sa mga question ng ibang mga investor or yung mga naghahanap ng property nila within the metro. So, the topic is the real estate market going to crash? So, sasagutin tayo ng isa sa magaling naming speaker which is si Sir Chris. So, ayun, kamusta naman ang lahat? So, I hope everyone is doing their best para maka-close ng sale, 'di ba?
Happy New Year, everyone!
Yeah! Happy New Year!
Year of the Snake. Snake plant.
So, ayun. Yun, balik tayo sa topic natin. So, guys, each and everyone, magbigay tayo ng insight natin regarding dun sa importanteng tanong ng mga investors na is the real estate ba? Is the real estate market is going to crash ba? Or bigyan nyo ako ng magandang sagot.
Siguro simulan natin. Una, disclaimer, hindi po ako eksperto.
Yes.
I'm gonna share what I know based on my experience in real estate for the past 7+ years as a seller, and then prior to that, somebody who buys real estate as well. So basically, is the real estate market going to crash? Yes, maybe, no. To be honest, nobody knows what's gonna happen. Are we expecting something in the scale of what happened in 2008 when the real estate market crashed in the US? Is it going to have the same impact in the Philippines as what happened in the US? Most likely not, because US is a global market and its market has a bigger impact in the world economy than what the Philippines could have in the event that the real estate market actually crashed in the Philippines. Now, a better way to look at it is, what are the factors that could potentially cause the real estate market to crash in the Philippines? Since we entered the year of COVID, real estate has become a bit more difficult than it was prior to its prime when we were in the 2017, 2018, 2019 years, which has been one of the highest growth in the real estate market that we've seen. Now, when we entered COVID, prior to that, I would say that we were in what we call a seller's market. Now, when we entered COVID, we transitioned to a buyer's market. A buyer's market means it's not necessarily saying that the buyer dictates what are the prices of the real estate. Mm-hmm. It simply means that still the developers dictate the prices. It's just that the developers are actually adjusting to the buyer's needs to see how they can potentially tap more and more buyers in the market to actually buy their property. Mm-hmm. Now, going back to the topic about the real estate actually crashing, it's far from happening at the very moment. Let's take, for example, the real estate market and the big players in the market. The big developers right now, for them to actually go to a point that they would consider bankruptcy, to a point that they would crash the real estate market, is far from happening, simply because we have to note that this real estate developers has many more businesses, which exactly. If and when the real estate development that they have, in the event that for some very reason they build a property from day one until its turnover and nobody buys that property, then they have their malls, they have their mining company, they have their water company, which could subsidize whatever loss they could take in the real estate businesses that they have. So with that support, and of course them being supported by their respective banks with their loans with the bank in order to build the development, that's far from happening right now, because it could potentially crash when the time comes that these developers can no longer pay their
Yeah.
debts in the bank. Then of course the bank will have an issue as well, because the bank has their own loans and their own investments in other fields, and then they no longer have the cash flow coming from the payments from from these big developers, which may cause the crash in the real estate market, which is what happened in the US back in 2008. So it's far from happening. It's far from having an imminent or big time crash in the market at the very moment.
Yeah, exactly. So, yun, di ba guys? Grabe. Intindihan nyo naman siguro. So, so hindi tayo huminga doon kasi maraming English. Pero, ayun na nga, yun sinasabi nga ni Sir Chris, malabong mangyari yun. Kasi nga, some of the developers like, yan, itong kilala na DMCI, we have financial before namin i-start yung isang project. So, nothing to worry. So, ayun. Itanungin naman natin yung iba naming mga kagrupo. What do you think? Yan. Ano sa tingin nyo? Sa tingin nyo ba, naniniwala ba kayo na magka-crash yung real estate?
For me, since na-prove naman ng ating economy na pataas tayo ng pataas, for example nga, before, sa Star City lang tayo pumupunta.
Yeah.
And now, pag pumunta kang Star City, wala ka na makikita ng tao kasi most of us, we prefer na traveling outside the country, right?
Yes. Mm-mm.
Since, ito na yung proof na yung growth natin, especially yung mga Gen Z,
Yeah.
since millennials tayo, mga Gen Z, ano na sila eh, iba na yung ano nila, iba na yung mindset
Purchasing
nila.
power nila.
Yes,
Yeah,
true.
purchasing side.
Iba na yung mindset nila, hindi katulad nung panahon pa natin.
Yes.
Na
exactly.
kailangan ma-reach mo yung ganito before mo masabing kaya kong afford ko yung ganitong klaseng mga
Yeah.
investments.
Oo.
Diba? So for me,
Exactly.
malayo pa nga siya since nasa ano na tayo eh. Pataas na tayo ng pataas.
Yeah. Thank you, Ayako. Thank you, Ayako. About naman si Sir Carlo.
Sir Carlo.
Sir Carlo.
Hindi ako agree with with Aya ko. Yun nga, 'di ba? Ngayon malaki yung opportunity ngayon ng yung purchasing power ngayon nga tumaas, then yung growing market ng mga Gen Z. Siyempre, since wala na silang mabibling house and lot within the metro eh. So anong option nila? With their lifestyle, pasok dun sila sa condo market, papasok eh. So, ayun, yun ang idea ko.
About Francisan. Sir Francisan.
This one is based on my experience. Actually, sa ngayon, hindi ko talaga maramdaman yung pagbagsak ng
Yun.
real estate industry, especially with the MCI.
Yes.
So, kahit
Exactly.
kayo na-experience nyo naman yan. So, hindi naman sa pagmamayabang. So, nakakabenta kasi yung team. So,
The real estate market is not gonna crash when we say that we are selling.
ayan, actually, hindi ko siya maramdaman, especially sa team na to. So, hindi naman sa nagbabrag. Pero, yun nga, I've been in real
Totoo.
estate, especially with the MCI for 9 years na din. And then, isa yung team namin sa mga nakakabenta. So, and then, agree ako sa mga sinabi ng mga ka-teammates ko.
Yeah.
Before, yung mga clients namin, let's say, kagaya din namin nila, millennial, sila yung dating Gen Z before.
Oo, yes.
So, yung mga clients natin before, na millennial or Gen X na, let's say, sila talaga yung before na Gen Z.
Yes.
So, ang nangyayari lang naman talaga, hindi naman talaga bumabagsak yung real estate talaga. Ang nangyayari, let's admit na lang, siguro lumiliit lang yung market. For example, ako yung mga clients ko before, na bumili ng gantong price, yung old price. Pag binentahan mo na sila, sasabihin nila, Franz, ang taas na. Pero before, nung binili nila yan, that moment din naman sinabi din nila na ang taas na, pero bumili pa sila. Pero kasi yung purchasing power nila that time, mataas talaga eh.
Yes.
Same ngayon na na-experience natin, yung mga Gen Z, hindi naman nila alam, hindi naman nila tatanungin yung magkano ba yung price before.
Oo,
Usually hindi naman tinatanong yun eh. So yung mga bibili ngayon na ganitong price, parang yun na yun eh.
Oo,
Ayun na yung price, let's say 7 million, 8 million, hindi na sila magko-compare na dati ganito, ganyan.
Yes.
Yun yung mga Gen Z. Ang mga nagko-compare lang talaga ng price is yung mga old client natin.
clients na.
So, most probably, ang mga magiging clients talaga natin, kaya kung mapapansin niyo tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung bentahan sa real estate. It's more on Gen Z. Pero hindi pa rin mawawala yung mga millennials, Gen Z, kasi talagang nakita na nila. Especially, pag bumili ka with DMCI, most of the time, mga old buyers pa rin yung mga nabili kasi
Yes.
maganda talaga in-offer ni DMCI.
Bumabalik pa rin sila talaga, no? Sobrang loyal talaga ng mga DMCI.
Kahit kami, sa DMCI kami nakatira.
Days mo na, be. Last ka, be.
Yeah.
Save ba the last ones?
Related kasi kay, kay Franz yung sa akin. Kaya mamaya na ikaw.
Oh, sige.
Sige.
Sa akin kasi, from what my experience din, way back 2017, may benta ako na 1 bedroom.
Mm-mm.
Sa BGC to worth 5 million lang.
Yeah.
Tapos nagbayad pa si client ng cash. So, parang 4.6 na lang. And then ngayon, ang pricing na doon sa project na yon is 12 million na. So, imagine, kumbaga, talagang pataas na ng pataas yung real estate or yung investment kapag sa property. So, I think ngayon, ganun dapat yung maging thinking pa rin ng mga investor. Talagang tataas at tataas pa rin yung value.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
So, yun yung aking share.
Ako, from my experience, no, nag-start kasi ako sa real estate 2004. 2005 or 2005 ata.
Grabe, no? Isa na to sa magpapakita na
19 years old
yung
pa
mayaman
ako
talaga.
Yeah. So, naabutan ko yung recession sa US. Yeah. So, may mga clients pa kami na from US na naapektuhan sila.
Mm-mm.
Pero they still invest sa Philippines. And hanggang ngayon, super thankful sila na nakilala nila ako or nakilala ko sila. Kasi that time yung property sa BGC, 1.9 M. Promise. A 36 square meter.
Yeah.
Ganon sa BGC. Eh ngayon, how much na sa BGC?
Parking! Exactly! Parking talaga. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Parking
So,
talaga.
yun.
Exactly.
So,
Mababash tayo.
yeah. So, super malaking bagay na nakapag-start ka mag-invest ng yesterday. Not today or yesterday talaga. The best time to buy is not now, but yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
kasi, so if you have the money ngayon, if you are thinking of investing, now is the best time pa rin.
Mm-mm.
Kahit ano pang mga issues na naririnig natin. Kasi real estate is real estate. Okay?
Yeah.
If you have the money na nagda-doubt ka, thinking of buying a car, imagine, in 5 years, what's gonna happen to the car? Or 10 years?
Yes.
But if you choose real estate, 5-10 years, may mga anak ka na, or you could rent it out, or pamana mo sa anak mo, wala kang pagsisisi. So, real estate pa rin talaga.
So, di ba nga may kasabihan tayo na sa dami ko rin ng mga nakausap na kliyente, iba-ibang klaseng tao yan. So, meron ako nakausap na nag-i-invest sa crypto, sa ibang bagay. Basta may mga ini-investan sila. So, yung iba sinasabi nila na mas okay talaga sa real estate kasi nakikita nila on your own eye. Nakikita mo, nandyan lang siya, yung investment mo. So, may ba dadagdag pa ba?
Siguro going back dun sa mga sinabi nyo, di ba, same with the question, sabihin na natin, let's put a scenario that similar to 2008, it does happen. Like, the real estate market crash, and then, just like the internet has been saying, the market's gonna crash, the prices are gonna go down, as they say. So, everybody's saying, I'll buy na lang when the prices go down.
Yeah.
Let's take this for example. In 2008, when the market crashed, a lot of people lost their jobs. I was working back then at the banking industry. And every time that we log into our computer, in the middle of the day, if your account says your account has been disabled, go to the HR. That means you've been fired. That's how bad it was in 2008. And I was working for an international bank based in the US. So that's how difficult it was. Now, let's make it localized. Say, for example, that happens. Those saying, oh, I'll wait for it to crash and then saka ko bibili. I'll wait for it to go down. Sa palagay, do they honestly think that in the event that this crashes, obviously it will affect the banking industry and every other industry? Do you honestly think that with your income in the market crashing, the bank will give you a loan when the market that you're trying to buy is actually crashing? So the reality is, if that happens, it even lowers the chance that you can actually afford a property unless you're someone who can pay off the property in full cash, which we know is very, very rare.
Yeah.
Those people have been buying property since COVID happens because they know it's been the perfect time because it's been there. Again, going back to the buyer's market. It's been their market since that time. So, praying and hoping or saying that the market will crash is a very stupid thinking, especially sorry for the word, especially in the investment perspective, regardless of if you're a seller or you're a buyer or any industry, because this will affect everyone in a major scale and it won't be good for everyone.
Yes. So, ayun. Sorry for the wording. Please don't bash us. So, ayun. Ito lang naman yung mga insight
Pwede
na. Ikakat ko. So, ayun. Para kasing, yung lahat naman ng sinabi namin dito is makaka-help din sa inyo to decide on your next investment or sa pagde-decide nyo para kumuha sa real estate. So, nandito lang naman kami para i-help kayo. So, kung may mga questions kayo or other inquiries regarding, syempre, DMCI Homes, let us know. So, lahat naman ng Team Luna is very trusted. So,
Team Luna.
Kasi
ulitin mo.
yun nga, stay tuned
Okay.
sa second episode namin. We will be discussing about the buyers and
We mentioned a lot about the shift from seller's market
buyers.
going to buyer's market. Ano ba yung advantage for buyers on this particular point na it's been a buyer's market? It's been a buyer's market for quite a while. Hindi siya nangyari nung 2023 or 2024. Matagal na siyang buyer's market since sometime around late 2020. Nag-shift na siya sa buyer's market eh. It's just that iba yung opportunity then, sa opportunity ngayon, iba yung options mo noon, iba yung options mo ngayon, iba yung payment terms mo noon,
Yes,
iba yung payment terms ngayon eh. And at the same time, meron na tayong bagong property concept na
Yes.
pwede nating bilhin, which are condotel properties.
Yes, yun.
So,
Second
abangan nyo guys
episode.
yung... We'll try to discuss more about buyer's market and why condotel should be a good potential option for you to put your money in. Kung takot kayo to buy residential real estate right now as an investment, then consider condotel. Explore more. Google nyo lang. GMG nyo lang yan.
Yes. So, abangan nyo guys yung second podcast ulit namin
Sana
or second
matuloy.
episode. Matutuloy yan. Abangan nyo guys yung second episode namin. So, ayun, magpapasalamat lang ang Team Luna.
Thank you everyone!
Thank you for your time. Bye!
Amen.
Martin,